friends, welcome back. We were talking about lines of best fit, and part of that is the residuals. Now, a residual is just telling us how far away our guess is. Remember, on a line of best fit, we're just looking at a bunch of data, and we're trying to make a line fit towards as much of that data as possible, but not necessarily capturing all of the data. For an example, as we did on our previous one, see, this is not a perfect line, so we just try and get the line that will capture or represents or capture as much of that data as possible. Which means if we choose a line, we're going to be off for quite a bit of this data, like either slightly higher than or slightly lower than. And so that's what your residual is how far off is your line of best fit from the actual data. And so if you get it above the positives here, or above your x-axis here, it's positive. Below your x-axis, it's negative. So you can do this using Desmos, just like we did on the previous one. So let me take you over there. And again, we're using this information that we used before, where we found this equation for this line. So if we take a look at this guy here, we are going to, let me zoom in here so you can see that. Whoops, hold on, let's see. Okay, so if you take a look down here at the bottom, we've got the A and the B, which we discussed in the last video, and then this residuals, right? It says plot. Bam, we throw a plot up there, and I'm going to zoom out on my graph here, and you see these green dots that appear. Those are showing me how far off my actual data is. Is it off a lot, by a little? Now this is nice and evenly plotted across. There's like a nice even amount on, like 4 on top and 4 on 5 on top and 4 on the bottom, which means that there's positives and negatives. Remember, positives and negatives cancel each other out. So if I have that many, it's probably going to be pretty close to 0. In fact, if you look at some of these over here, it creates this third column. You'll see some of them like -5, that's pretty far off. However, some of these are really close to 0 here. And so altogether, you want those to be close to 0. So let's take a look at what that looks like on this guy. So you can see, like right here, if I have this many positives and this many negatives, they're going to cancel each other out, and I'm going to be close to 0 on it. So if it's looking something like this means this would be the line of best fit for this particular one, because I'm trying to get as close to 0 as possible. Hopefully that makes sense. If you have questions, leave them below. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.